Hey, how's it going everyone? Sin/80 back again with another video, and today I'm just going to be doing a quick commentary. Well, I don't know how long it's going to be exactly, but I'm just going to be doing a commentary on Call of Duty MLG. So, if you don't know what that is, it's basically just competitive Call of Duty. If you do know what that is, cool. I'm sure you might if you're a gamer and you like Call of Duty. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to talk about MLG Call of Duty because I've been pretty into it lately. I like Call of Duty. I've liked Call of Duty for like 4 or 5 years now, and I didn't ever really get into competitive, except I did a little bit towards the end of MW3, but not really that much. But since Black Ops 2 is introducing all of these things that are supporting competitive Call of Duty, it's just been really easy to get into. And it's just been really fun to watch. So I just want to talk about all of the team changes that have happened recently for pro teams. Because I've been watching basically most of the year, I've been watching competitive Call of Duty, and there have been so many team changes recently. It's ridiculous. I don't know why people are team changing like crazy. People are changing their teams up. I don't know. It's just weird because is it getting dark already? Yeah, it's just I don't know. It has just happened like all of a sudden. So the first change I wanted to talk about was um, Optic Gaming's. Optic. They have a really huge fan base. A lot of people like Optic Gaming, including myself. And yeah, they've just been one of the main teams for Call of Duty. Just one of the main supported teams for Call of Duty for quite some time. They've been around forever. It seems like, and even like people that don't know, like don't watch competitive, everybody knows the term like optic. Like when you're playing Call of Duty and you get quick scoped and you're just like, oh, this person's trying to be an optic fanboy or phase fanboy. And so yeah, it's just pretty funny that even if you don't know who is on optic or what optic is all about, you probably know about optic. So yeah, recently they had a couple of team changes. Or no, they only had one. They ended up dropping Optic Merc, which his YouTube channel is Handsome Merc. I'm subscribed to him. Subscribed to all of them. To Nade Shot, Big Timer, Scumpy, and now JCap because he just joined, which I'll get to in a second here. But they dropped Optic Merc, which was a surprise to a lot of people, including myself. I don't know. Not many people knew what was happening with Merc, except for the guys on Optic. So, what happened was apparently Merc was in a really odd mood. He was acting like he wasn't friends with. He even said that he wouldn't consider Nade Shot and Big Timer his friends, which that's when they knew that they needed to reconsider having Merc on the team, because Merc had been teamed with Big Timer for like 3 years or something crazy like that, and it just not considering them his friends. I mean, he ended up saying that he is friends with them and that he didn't know why he said that, but it's just something that something's wrong if one of your friends, like one of your really close friends and teammates, is saying that they're not your friend. They wouldn't consider you a friend. So that was a big thing. Merc being dropped kind of came as a surprise to a lot of people. And then they ended up picking JCap up from Envious, Team Envious, which is also another really well-known team. Rambo from Envious used to be on Optic until they dropped him for the Frag Cup 4 and picked up Nade Shot. But yeah, JCap was on Envious and Optic ended up picking him up. And then the funny part is, since Envious was looking for an anchor and Merc was looking for a team to anchor for, Envious just picked up Merc. So it's basically like they switched. It's like they did a trade, but it's very unofficial, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so that's been like a lot of controversy recently. Merc being dropped and JCap being picked up by Optic, and then Envious picking up Merc. But Merc seems a lot better now. He seems happier, which is good. I've been watching some of his videos, and he just seems a lot happier, and it seems like he's doing better, which is good. It's good. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Unite, and how, let's see, Parasite is playing for Unite now, and one of the big things that happened was Unite ended up winning PAX Prime against, they beat Complexity, which was a pretty big thing because Complexity was basically the new Impact. Impact was just winning every single competition they were going to. The first like 3, I think it was the first 3 competitions they were in, they won. And then right after they lost, they ended up splitting up. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But yeah, that was a pretty big thing that happened in MLG Call of Duty, because they kept winning. Impact kept winning, and then the instant they lose, they split up. And there was a lot of arguing between Parasite and Killa. There's a video on YouTube that's just them arguing back and forth with each other, and I don't know, it just seemed pretty, like, the conversation was pretty harsh between the two of them. And so after they won PAX Prime, they ended up dropping Mbos, I think it was, which, I don't know. I don't see why they would drop somebody after they won a tournament. But I think they were saying that Mbos wasn't good enough at hardpoint, which is why they dropped him. And they actually picked up Killa, which I was really confused about, because Parasite and Killa were having a lot of fights with each other, just like when Parasite was streaming, and just overall it didn't seem like they were getting along with each other very well. And then Unite ended up picking Killa up. I just found that kind of weird. But apparently Killa and Parasite are on good terms with each other now, which is, I don't know, good for them. But I don't know. I don't really follow Parasite or Killa. And also, this was a while ago, I think, but what's his name? Karma? Yeah, Karma from Impact ended up going to Envious. So he's teaming with Merc and Rambo, and I don't know the third person. I'm not very familiar with Envious, but he's teaming with all of them now. And Joe, I know Merc is really happy about that because he said everybody wants to team with him, which is pretty cool. So we'll see how Envious does with their new lineup. It seems like they've been doing pretty well on scrims, and I know recently, I don't know why I have that on. Recently, I think was MLG 2000. I think that's what it was called. Optic played in it, and they ended up getting second place, which was pretty good, considering they had just picked JCap up. Well, I know Scumpy and Nade Shot and and Big Timer had played with him a lot before, just like scrimming, doing eights. So they were already pretty familiar, which is good for them. They were able to transition pretty easily into having this new teammate, which is pretty cool. A lot of pro players do eights, and so a lot of pro players are experienced with playing with other pro players. So they seem to transition really well because they ended up getting second in that against Complexity. In Complexity, it was a while ago, they picked up Clayster as their anchor, and they've just been rocking it ever since. I think they won 3. Yeah, they were going for 4 in a row wins, but they ended up losing to Unite at PAX Prime. But they ended up winning MLG 2000. I don't even know if that's what it's called, whatever it's called. So I don't know. And there was a huge scandal about people thinking that Complexity was cheating because they were changing Xbox settings, and then everybody in MLG 2000 used the same Xbox settings. And they got second, and they were saying that they lost because a lot of people said that they lost because they didn't have the advantage on settings against the other people, which I think is kind of ridiculous because they still got second place. But yeah, so I don't know. Have I covered everything? I think I did. That's basically all I wanted to talk about. Just some team changes in Black Ops 2, MLG, Call of Duty. I don't know. Hopefully you found that interesting if you're into MLG, Call of Duty, or you want to know more about it. I get a lot of my information from MLG, official MLG COD, I think is the channel. I'll link it in the description, but there's a series that Revan just talks. His name's Revan. He's one of the CODcasters. He just talks about comments that people make, and a lot of them have to do with team changes. So he's talked a lot about team changes, about the whole switch between JCap and Merc, with Optic and Envious, and about Unite, and about Complexity, and all of that. And apparently FaZe is looking pretty good with their whole roster. So I haven't really seen much of FaZe, but I guess we'll see how they do in the future. And yeah, I think that's about it for this commentary. Just kind of me rambling on about something I'm really interested at the moment, which is competitive Call of Duty. And my favorite teams are Complexity and Optic Gaming. I didn't even know about Complexity until they beat Impact. But I really like them. They're all really good players, and I like Optic Gaming a lot. That's basically Optic Gaming's basically cool, Emerald. Basically what got me into watching competitive Call of Duty. Optic, Nade Shot, Scumpy. Big Timer started his YouTube channel shortly after I started watching competitive COD more. Sorry, I have a squeaky chair. And yeah, So that's basically it for this commentary. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a comment and a like. Tell me if you thought I did well explaining all of the situations between, Envious, Optic, and Unite. And I don't know what happens. I know Embos. I'm pretty sure it was Embos. That was on Unite and was dropped. I know he went to a different team, but I don't know what team he went to after they picked up Killa. So yeah, I think if you wanted to say anything about this commentary, like if you noticed I misstated any information or you thought I did well, just go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll definitely take a look at it. I always respond to all of my comments, and I always look at them. So yeah, feel free to leave a comment, and I will talk to you guys soon. Oh yeah, pretty soon I'm going to be starting a survival island series, which I think will be pretty awesome. Kind of like what the Syndicate project did. He did the Lonely Island, so kind of like that. Except I'm going to have a different seed. I was going to start one with the seed that Optic Nadeshot, Hex, and Big Timer are using right now, but I decided not to. I don't know why. I just decided to look for another one, and I actually found an island that's a little smaller. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'll be starting that soon, hopefully, and I'll be posting more, hopefully, here upcoming. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you in future episodes. And subscribe, please, if you want to see more videos from me. And yeah, that's about it. Have an awesome day. See you guys later.